Devlog 3 or 4.
Or 5.
5, yeah, I don't know. We lost
3,
count
4.
many years ago, really. But,
Look at the title below.
yeah. Look at the title below, yeah. Trick on time. But anyway, so, what have we been working in the meantime? Well, I'll tell you right now, my audience. See, we haven't completed the game yet. That's a bit of the end goal there. But I've got this. For me, I got 2 things I've been working on this week. This is the Yeti animation, which is completed. I just haven't uploaded yet because I'm lazy. And
So we can't see it, is what you're saying.
Oh no, I got it on my USB. I can show
Okay,
it
good.
off right now.
Yeah.
Just have to upload a hacker plan. Yeah. Ice rooms. I've just need to basically set up all the little prefab rooms, and I'll be able to show those off by next week. But I've just been a little busy with assessments. That's all that is. Alright, let me get my schedule up. Right. So this week, got my schedule up. Got design a game word for the Applying Digital Game Design cluster submitted. Just waiting for Colton to go through that and see everything. Please go to the right. Since it's week 4, got to get 81 in today, which just requires a little bit of work. I will definitely have that in by today or tomorrow. We don't mind a little bit late behind. But yeah, I definitely should get that in soon. But yeah, and I think next week we have the implementation plan due in for Josh. We'll definitely have that in by then. But yeah, just making progress on that. We can get out of this. What can I show? Might as well show off my animations because that's the bread and butter of this week, really. Much of an enemy now, would it? Keanu, can you please play the animations, please? Walk, death, attack, and idle. But yes, those are the 4 animations. I think. No, that's done. I think.
And you decided on taking damage is going to do what?
I think we're just gonna have him just be pushed back and turn red because I'm lazy. And that's a good visual representation, but I could implement it if the others wanted it, and if I really feel like putting it in.
We did have this discussion, I just don't know where the
We did have
decision was left.
We did have this discussion. Perhaps
I don't remember if we did come to a decision.
I think you might be right on that. Probably a discussion for the next group meeting, I say. But in my mind, it's complete now. I'm probably going to start working on the main character. So as agreed, yeah, I'll take that and do the animations for that because I need to make some controls for you. Set input controls for the CNE.
Yes.
Fun. Well, actually, I can show the other thing. I have been messing with fluid simulation.
Nice.
I haven't got it in, but I do have the scene up. As I mentioned last week. Stuff, isn't it? Anyway, so the scene. Now, as I mentioned last week, I was just like, you know what? We should have some nice little game over scenes or victory scene. I mean, I definitely got to have a victory scene because, well, you just, you keep on going until you die, really. But we had discussions on this, like, so like there'll be the skull and then there'll be like green goo coming out of the pipe. So we get a little bit of fluid simulation, pretty nice. I think I was also planning on having a rat there going.
Very nice. So you decided to do your sim basically in cutscene.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah, because I couldn't think of how to put it into an ice level because, well, can't have water. I mean, I could, but it's like, doesn't really make sense.
But you can still have the shadow effects.
Good, yeah, I'm going to put shadow effects for the icicles, which you then, collect coins out of. But also I was just like, I want to mess with fluid simulations because I haven't done that, and I wanted to, but
Alrighty.
I haven't figured that out yet. Been looking at tutorials, but then again, I was pretty dead energetic-wise yesterday, so probably, hopefully get it done either today or tomorrow. Can't be that hard though.
So what have we got? Have we got anything? Nothing? What?
No, there's no fluid simulation now. But
I was waiting to see the fluid sim.
Yeah, sorry, no, it's not there yet. Perhaps next week. But yeah, I will.
Could take you through some fluid sim stuff if you want.
That would be great, actually. Yeah. just something I wanted to touch. But
Well, you've got a scene, so yeah.
the scenes I was looking at Targes because I was trying to emulate the. Actually, no, Targes was doing swords. Who was doing swords? It was you doing swords.
Yes.
I don't know. It's kind of based off the sword, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's the scene. Other than that, working on assessments. Don't really have any other 3D visual stuff to show. But yeah, that's me done.
So this is my assessment schedule. So far I've handed in 2 assessments, one that's due this week and one that's due in week 20 apparently. I've almost finished the other 2 that are coloured green there, so they should be done by the end of this weekend at least, I hope. And then next I'll be working on my AT5 for advanced games programming, which is theory work, which is a lot of fun. I think that's all I have to show there. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So this is my goblin that since my last spread I turned it into a soft body. So it's more like goo and jelly, and the animations are a bit. I think most of them look better in my opinion. I would definitely like this attack one. So it's
Nice.
a lot like jelly, which I think fits with the goo sewer.
Have you checked the angle which you'll be looking at from the game's perspective?
That should be relatively close to this one over here.
I think you would be higher and
Higher and further away.
angled down, so
Yeah.
It's like something like this.
yeah, that works quite well.
Okay, so my animations wouldn't work for my goblin, which is extremely annoying, but I don't know what
Especially after all the work you've done. I have had trouble with Blender with those animation strips before. You have to sort of like switch them on, switch them off, and do all sorts of things to get them to
They weren't working the other day, but
yeah, and hopefully they'll work again.
I don't know what happened. So this is my fluid animation
Okey-dokey.
for goo coming out of a sewer pipe. So if you want to play that, slowly builds up.
Nice. Nice, so you're going to tack that on the side like I was doing with make a little sprite sheet from it?
Possibly. When I
Yeah.
figure out how to do that, that'd be good, yeah.
Yeah, the tricky bit's going to be the angle.
Yes.
Get the angle right. Unless, of course, you want to look at Unity has come a long way with some of its shape key ones. I'm wondering if they've you can import the fluid data, because your fluid data gets stored in an external
Yeah.
folder.
Mhm.
So could be something to have a look at, because if you can bring it in as a actual playable object,
Yeah.
then it's something the player can collide with.
If that's not the case, and if I'm too lazy to figure out how to do the sprite sheet stuff, because everything is low poly, I could just chuck a plane in there, and then chuck a plane going down, and that's the goo falling out of the pipe. Because this is evidence for my assessment, I think.
Yeah, I mean you can do that with textures on the plane, but you can, if you turn them into a sprite sheet quite easily, it works
Yeah.
quite well.
Yeah, that's probably what will end up
Yeah.
happening. I don't think I have anything else to show. This week I'll be going through, like I said, that assessment from the theory assessment and finishing the advanced programming documentation, and then I'll be going through and finishing off my lip syncing stuff as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
One thing about your fluid though, if you want to use it as an asset, you want to keep perhaps a continuous flow.
Yeah.
Just take a few frames in the middle of that flow, so that way you can just tick over.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it looks like it's beginning each time, and
Yeah.
depends how you want that to go. But then you'll need to possibly show the fluid draining as well underneath if you want to loop that beginning and ending sludge.
Yeah.
And depending on the angle you want as well as to what you mask off, what can't be seen, if it's turned into a sprite because you want to probably tack it up against a wall somewhere. Or But it's looking good.
Thank you.
And that nice loopiness to the
Yeah.
loop.
That's just the default water stuff, I think. I didn't change any of the viscosity or anything with it.
Okay, and
so-
you've kept it low
Yeah.
resolution, so it does have that clumpiness, which works for your game. That's cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
Nice.
So this is my schedule. Nothing's changed since the last time, I don't think, because I've just been working on some assessments. I've almost got one assessment done, just need Josh, well, we got Josh to help us put some points on there, so I just need to finish that. I'm going to almost have Colton's assessment done. But other than that, finishing those two assessments, and then working on the theory for Josh after that.
Yeah. So no one's done anything for me yet, obviously.
No,
Sounds
or-
like- oh, great.
I don't think so.
Most stuff isn't due until like what, week 8?
Well, that's true. Yeah, over the 20 week.
I mean, there is an assessment is due today, the work on safety one.
I've submitted that. The work on safety.
Oh, cool. So,
I've created a bit of a demon looking person for my lava levels, and I gave him a little bit of a walk animation, although it's a bit funky.
Oh, let's see the funky walk.
So bobbing up and down. I haven't done the arms yet, so he's just floating, but he bobs up and down a bit too much.
Sort of works if he's on an escalator.
Yeah, but yeah, I just need to reduce that and then fix his arm.
Yeah, it looks like he's walking up downwards, going escalator or something.
Have you got knee controls, like the foot, like where the knees are pointing?
Yeah,
And you put them behind to make it look like he's got goat legs.
I could,
Make it an actual team.
although it might just break.
You could put it in Path of Law. Like they even held that really funky music. It's just like
It's jamming.
it's jamming to it, you know.
But yeah. I also created a lava texture for the actual rooms, which I think I should be able to show. If it wants to grow.
That's looking good. Yeah, having weapons and stuff for the demons in the hands. I mean, what are you doing with the hands? Just
I don't know.
how do they tag? Yeah.
Maybe
Fireballs.
Yeah, you go to
Yeah. So maybe
Oh, so you actually
arrange-
physics.
gonna have a creature that actually has a projectile weapon.
Yeah, maybe it's like the
That'd
last,
that'd be good.
the
Yeah.
last level.
Yeah. Because most of you guys will have melee attacks, I guess, on previous ones. We weren't
I
sure.
think we're
what
still
the
debating on
spires
spires, but I mean,
I'm
tomatoes.
considering a variant of my skeleton with a crossbow or something as well.
That's cool.
You're good. I mean, you've got the time for it.
That doesn't look too good. It looks better on the monitor down there, but
Yeah, we get that problem.
yeah, I put it on because the objects are all one piece, so it went on the walls as well, which I was trying to fix, but I could not fix it. It was annoying me, so I just left it like that for now.
So what we discussed in the past is that the walls are a child object.
Yeah.
They're parented to the floor, and then that way they can all have different materials.
Yeah, it's
And
just
you
the way
can
the
switch on and off the
generation
messes. Right.
It was a bit of a bitch.
So the only other way is to put different materials
Yeah.
on the objects assigned different materials.
Yeah. I just have to chuck everything back into Blender and
Yeah, that'll fix that
go back
problem.
and forth, which I might try to get done today.
Oh, Cool.
I just tried.
Because I was saying it before, it was looking good. So
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have made some like little rocks to fill out the level and some lava like pools for where the player can take damage from if they step on it, sort of thing.
that's right. So yeah, I could see your floor there. Were you going to have we discussed before possibility of them walking pathways, or are you going to just have little pools?
I think just little pools and stuff.
Little pools. So
Like
you're going to
actual
be able to
objects.
see the hazard because what you're going to chuck a few particle sparks or something coming
Yeah,
out of them or something like that.
I think I might. Oh no, it's not. I don't have it on the hard drive. But yeah, that's that.
I have a walking. I've done all the animations except for a death animation for a skeleton.
Which is pretty much going to be your shadow effect anyway.
Yeah, it's
isn't
just a
it?
reverse version of its
Yeah.
creation idol, that kind of thing. Reverse of that. This is a not up to date version of it. The actual walk cycle is pretty much finished. This is an older version.
Oh, let's have a look at the older version because I don't think I've seen this one.
Just means that just don't have the arm movements in it. The up-to-date version's all ready to go. So it's
It's looking good. Like I said, he looks like he's got a bit of a strut. It's like, yeah, you got a bit of jointiness happening in your creatures, which is good.
I have also got.
It's great to see when you guys actually get your arm swings and stuff in there as well, because it's just looking like a funky muppet at the moment.
I've got a attack cycle. This one. That's my attack
Slash.
cycle. I might add a second attack type if I have time. That's currently the only one I've got. And I have also done a creation cycle. So they'll start in a room as a pile of bones and they'll reform when
Nice.
the player walks in. And the death animation probably going to be quite similar to that, but just in reverse. Just the
So have you decided how you're going to do it? Are you going to do it
I've got
sprite?
it as a sprite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sprite would be the easiest one, and then just quickly swap it out with a model. And
Yeah, so otherwise it's a 130 MB file
yeah,
if I export it.
which is way too big.
So yeah, sprite and then it will turn into
There is a couple things that you'll have to do, or you may have to do. I notice with Unity, it doesn't like the alpha transparency background
Yeah.
and that. So with the sprite sheet, it's usually just a flat color like black.
Alright.
It on the legacy shaders anyway, that works. It works really well. And you were talking about it facing in different directions. Are you just going to just swap the model out? You know, a little flash.
I can always just rotate the camera, but do it and have one from each direction, just
Yeah.
something like that. That's what I've got for there. And I should have the crypts, the room templates. Yeah. So these are. It doesn't freeze up immediately. These are the crypt like room layouts for the templates. There'll be stuff in them, but this is the basic design for them. Colouring the lights look a lot better on the not on the projected screen. But
Oh, yeah,
Also
no.
doing it in Unity anyway. Just
Yeah.
yeah, a bit more candle like than just orange glow.
See how it looks, and you could even bake the lighting. I guess
Yeah.
probably makes sense to bake the lighting when you take it into Unity. But it's also cool to have a bit of a light flicker as well. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
That's-
want to do
that's
that.
kinda
A little
like
bit of a
And I've got little lintels over the doorways and such.
goes to the mood. Yeah, the lintels look good.
And big old stone pavers on the floor. That's what I've got so far.
Nice, very good. So you were talking about adjusting the brick as well to get the same sort of specularity
Yeah.
reflection off the floor that you've got. on
Sure, if I have it in this version, it doesn't look like it. I have a version of it. There it's. I've got a stony kind of texture. on
Okay.
this one.
Yep. So you should get that. Yeah, a little bit of light sort of bounce.
Yeah. I don't
Nice.
have any lights in this version because this was the
No, fair enough. Yeah, that's.
But yeah, this one's got a little bit of a stone texture on it. Bricks some more depth. Yeah, nuts.
Nice. So what other assets are you going to have in there? You're going to do something
I
like
have-
like a sarcophagus and
Yeah, I've
things
got
like that.
I do have a crypt, I think. Yeah, coffin. Crypt. I've got this. This doesn't have lights either, but it's got a stone texture. It's just hard to see when there's no lights here.
Oh no, fair enough.
Same stone texture that the walls have. So it's kind of got this hewn stone look.
Nice.
That's all the assets I've gotten, other than the light and the candles on the sides of the room.
Cool. I would even be so probably keen as to grab one of those assets too and maybe break the lid so you've got
Yeah.
some variation.
I'm hoping to have that if some of the coffins get hit, that the lid will break open and another skeleton will come out.
Oh,
So
cool.
I've got to have to avoid hitting those in the process.
Right. Cool. Mind you, that could be a tempting loot
Yeah.
sort of box, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah. Some coffins have loot, some have skeletons potentially.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Nice. Nice. Alright, is there anything else you're developing for the crypt and the prototype?
Nothing I've got started. Nothing I've done anything for. But I want to have traps, like a axe trap, spike things, because it's probably the closest, maybe other than the sewers, to being the most civilized of the floors. There's the most created things in there, so spike traps and. axe
I guess,
traps.
the traps make sense in others' environments. They have hazards.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does make sense to have that. That would be very good. Keep the players on their toes. Nice.